Hi, today's video is about the reasons why I am selling my Omega Seamaster. So this is the Omega Seamaster 2018 edition. I purchased this watch in November 2018. It is now December 2019, so I've had this watch for just over 1 year. I did a review on this watch a couple of months after I purchased it, so please take a look at that video if you haven't already. I'll put a link in the description so that you can take a look at that. Basically, in my review video, you will see that I absolutely loved this watch. You know, it was exactly what I thought it would be. Omega is a brand that is close to my heart. This is the watch that I wanted for a very long time, and that's very clear to see in the video that I made, which was just after I purchased the watch. I'm now selling this watch, and I'm going to explain to you the reasons why. So first of all, my wrists are very small, so I've got 6.5-inch wrists, and this watch is basically too big for me. So let me just get a wrist shot for you. Let me put this watch on. So it's not like extremely big, but in my opinion it is just too big. Now, I knew that before I bought the watch. People told me after I purchased the watch, but you know, I was so, this was basically the watch that I wanted, and I wasn't going to let anyone stop me from buying it. But now that I've had the watch and I've purchased it, I've owned it, one thing that I have learned that I did not know in the past is that due to its size, it means that I'm not wearing it. And you know, I do wear it from time to time. There's been a few occasions where I wear the watch out in public, or to an event, or to meet friends and family. But you know, due to its size, it's not my go-to watch, and I want something that I'm gonna want to wear all the time, and this is, quite simply not it. That does not mean that I don't like the watch. I really do. I love the Omega brand. It's a brand that is close to my heart. You know, I grew up watching James Bond, and this is the watch that I wanted for a very long time. You know, unfortunately, Omega have decided to make this watch bigger than its predecessor. So the previous iteration of this watch was 41 millimeters in diameter. And this particular watch, the new model, is 42 millimeters. Now, although it's just 1 millimeter larger, it does make a difference. It's more chunky. This watch is it's got more presence than the previous iteration. Everything from the bracelet to, the helium escape valve just being that little bit larger. It's a bigger watch, and I would have loved if Omega just kept the same size. It has come to my mind, it's something I have considered to purchase the previous iteration, but wearing the previous version of the watch, knowing that there is that newer version with better technology, that's something that would bug me. And it's something that might not bug other people, but me knowing that there's this new version will mean that I would want to have that newer version. And it does not mean that I do not like this watch. I absolutely love it. I love this watch to bits, and I do wear it sometimes. I just take it out the box and enjoy it in the way that I do. But due to its size and how it fits on me, it's not my go-to watch. So I've got different watches, such as the Oris Aquis. I'll just grab it over here. So this is one of my other watches that I would much rather prefer to wear, simply because it fits me much better. Now let me just, I want to explain this in the best way possible. So this is a wrist shot of the Omega Seamaster. Now let me just put on the Oris Aquis. So this, for reference, is a 42mm and the Oris is a 39.5mm. Now as you can see, it's just a much more natural fit. It just fits me as an individual much better, and that's the reason why I wear the Oris much more often. And you know, the Omega is a more expensive watch and more luxurious. It's got better technology, but it does not fit me as an individual as well as the Oris does. Both good looking timepieces, but you know, the Omega is simply too big. And you know, Omega, if you are watching, please make a smaller version, because if you do, I will be purchasing one. You know, a 40mm or 41mm Omega Seamaster would be a dream come true for me, and it is something that I will definitely be buying. Now obviously for someone with larger wrists than I do, than I have, this watch is absolutely perfect. You know, it would fit someone with a 7 or 7.5 inch wrist very well, but it's a combination of the increase in size in diameter and also just the general design of the Seamaster. So you know, a hallmark feature of an Omega Seamaster is this, you know, bracelet, this, you know, beautiful bracelet that does not taper. It's just a straight, you know, design, but that makes it more chunky and gives it that little bit more presence, which adds to the sort of bulky factor that I'm talking about. So the bracelet does have a part to play as well, but you know, this bracelet is, you know, a hallmark design of the Omega Seamaster, and I do not expect Omega to change that anytime soon, if ever. You know, this is a trademark, you know, Omega design. If you were to take this bracelet off, put it on a table and ask a watch enthusiast what, you know, covering up the brand, ask a watch enthusiast what watch does that come off of, you know, you could see from a mile away that this bracelet came from an Omega Seamaster. It's such, you know, a beautiful design, one that I absolutely love and adore. You know, but it does give it that little bit of a bulky factor to it. So this watch is you know, up for sale. If anyone is interested in purchasing it, you know, please send me an email if you're from the UK, and you know, we can have a conversation. But obviously it comes with everything that it you know, originally came with. So, you know, box, booklets, warranty cards, etc. All the extra links. You know, I've got a couple of watches that I want to purchase in the future. I won't you know, talk too much about them. I'll keep them a surprise, and I will, you know, definitely make a review about them. But you know, this watch, I've you know, scratched that itch, and it's time for it to move on to another owner who would absolutely love it. You know, like I said, this watch is just not getting enough wrist time from me, and you know, that's unfortunate. I want a watch that I will wear on any occasion, something that will suit, you know, many different situations, something, and this is simply not it. Now I want to make it clear, this is not about the watch itself. It's you know, it's got absolutely, you know, fantastic technology in it. It's got the brand new 8800 movement, and you know, with the you know, the design and the craftsmanship that goes into building an Omega Seamaster. You know, like I said, go back to the video that I made when I just purchased this watch, the review, and you'll see I absolutely love this watch, and I still do. It just simply does not get enough wrist time for me, and that's the ultimate reason why it needs to move on. Alright guys, so let me know what your thoughts are on my decision, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks guys.